tortoise's laughter faded into deep regret. In this episode, we journey to a land where wisdom walked on two legs and four, the kingdom of Ile-Aanu, the land of mercy. In the days when the sky still spoke to the earth, there was a mighty kingdom called Ile-Aanu, the land of mercy. In this land, men and animals lived side by side. The lion guarded the palace gates. The birds carried messages across the sky, and even the tortoise had a seat in the king's court. Their ruler, Kabiyesi Oba Alade, was a man of great wisdom and patience. His talking drum was his greatest treasure, a drum that could speak to every heart, man or beast alike. It was said that whoever beat the drum with truth and purity in their hearts could summon peace and plenty. But when greed beats its rhythm, chaos answers back. One bright morning, the air in Ile-Aanu was filled with music. Kabiyesi Oba Alade, the wise and noble king, summoned all, humans and animals alike, to a great gathering in the forest clearing. Men came from distant farms, women from the market square, and beasts from the thick forest path. The lion sat beside the royal guards. The giraffe peered from behind palm trees. The tortoise, slow but curious, found a place near the king's stool. The royal talking drum rested beside the throne, glimmering in the sun. My people, and all the creatures under heaven, we are one kingdom, one heartbeat. This drum is the voice of unity. It speaks peace when the heart is pure, and trouble when the heart is greedy. But among them, the tortoise's eyes gleamed, and her thoughts began to form. That night, the forest slept, but not the tortoise. The drum that brings food and riches, only the king may beat it, he asked. But am I not wise too? He chuckled to himself. Perhaps just one little bit. Yes, just one little bit. No one will know. Convinced, he laughed even more. He began to plan on how he was going to successfully steal the drum from the king's palace. And as the moon glowed over the palace, the spirits whispered, "When greed speaks louder than wisdom, even the clever fall." When the moon climbed high, the tortoise crept to the palace. The guards, men, and lions snored beside the gates. Inside, the king's magic drum sat in silence. So this is where the power sleeps. Let me wake it a little, whispered the tortoise. He lifted the drum carefully and vanished into the forest. and the wind sighed. When the greedy hand takes what is sacred, the earth itself will drum a warning. Deep in the forest, the tortoise placed the king's drum upon a stone. He smiled and struck it once. Suddenly, food, clothes, and gold appeared from nowhere. Suddenly, the drum began to play itself, louder and louder and louder. And continued to beat even more loudly. The tortoise screamed as thunder rolled, and when the storm cleared, the drum was gone. By sunrise, words spread that the king's drum was missing. Villagers and animals filled the courtyard, whispering in fear. The king sat upon his throne. Before him, the tortoise bowed in shame. Tortoise, son of the soil, wisdom without honor is empty. The drum you stole was the voice of peace. Now, let your shell remind you of your stubborn heart, the king said angrily. The people murmured, and even the animals hung their heads in silence. Everyone was sad, deeply sad. In time, peace returned to Ile-Aanu. The king's magic drum was restored to its sacred stool beside the throne. The tortoise, humbled, helped the farmers and carried messages for the animals. Though his back was heavy, his heart was now light. Remember, when every creature keeps to truth, the drum of the world beats in harmony. And so, peace, joy, harmony, and prosperity continued to increase, and the kingdom of Ile-Aanu prospered, and its news spread all across the neighboring kingdoms. This brings us to the end of this episode. If you enjoyed this story, remember to like, share, and subscribe for more from Tales of the Talking Drum.